Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Greetings, everybody. I hope everybody is doing splendid. In this great opportunity, I would like to conduct a presentation that is given before by Mr. Dai. That is also one of our final assignments, which is the act of muhasabah. So before I begin, let me introduce myself first. My name is Addino Dimas from Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering, batch 2019, with the FPM of 1906-356916. So before we begin as well, I would like to share first the 4 topics that we will explore next. The first one is base teaching or teaching essence. The second one is numerical method contents. The third one is consciousness in student. And then the fourth one is student marking evaluation. All right, let's move on to the first one, which is the base teaching or teaching essence. According to Mr. Dai, from what I can comprehend, there are 2 components. The first one is CCIT online. Why did I choose this component? Because in my opinion, Mr. Dai used this platform as a platform to motivate students getting back to their academical or non-academical purposes and provide clarity of everyday actions. So I really admire the way of Mr. Dai's teaching, which is before we start our class, we will discuss about the learning material first in the platform of society. Like there is a common thread where we get to reply in each other's opinions or research about the materials. Then after the class ends, we will also use this platform to analyze more about the topics. The second one is benchmarking on Elon Musk's education concept. So from what we've learned before in our assignment, by analyzing the Elon Musk video, education and teaching should be about utilizing students' interest and creativity by interactive and engaging learning activities. So we shouldn't study just for formality. We should enjoy the process of studying that will actually make a benefit for our lives in the future. Like that is also really impactful for our journey as students. So yeah, enjoying our studying by having creativity will get you to be really decisive in your problem solving. Okay, let's move on to the second topic, which is the numerical method contents. So before we explore more about the topics, I would actually share a little bit about the overview, which is learning numerical method by developing skills and competencies in students. So I divide the topics in 3 subtopics. The first one is thread session, where we have a moment of thoughts when we would comment the learning materials in public stream of CCIP as well as in personal stream. Yes, so like what I said before, in CCIP we get to comment about each other's thoughts of the learning materials, but after that we get to make a resume of our summary of the learning in the class. The second one is the activity of class discussion. So in the class, this is the extensive academical system that does not only focus on the curriculum of the varsity, but also to the social impact. Like when we are in the middle of Zoom class with Mr. Dai, we would not only study about the topic, the subject, but also we will also connect it with the implementation in society. And then the third one is learning support. So this is the additional learning opportunity to emphasize and explore more on the subject. So in this opportunity, we would have our learning assistances to help us more in emphasizing the topics and like applicate to apply the software regarding the topics, etc. So yeah, this will be related to what I just said previously. The numerical method contents consist of the first one is simulation. So simulation is when we would have a computational based like mathematical or graphs or algorithm problems that we would um, connect it with our reality or phenomenon in order to conduct computer-based simulations to study, predict, or even optimize the system's behavior. So the second one is curve fitting. This is the technique to fit a curve to data points, while regression is a method for statistical inference. So this is also a method to make a curve from data points, provide data, and doesn't really fits all data mathematics. When we use curve fitting to measure the errors or to gain the smooth curve that approximates data in some sense. The third one is OpenModelica with 2D traces. This analysis program used to solve the complex problems in many engineering and scientific fields, such as structural analysis, like stress, deflection, and vibration, and then thermal analysis, like steady state and tension, and then also fluid dynamics analysis, like laminar and turbulent flow. The fourth one is optimization. Is when we aim to find the value of the subject in a function, like we can see in the picture right here. There is several lines, and then the meeting point will actually determine the constraints set or feasible solution set. So optimization is also when we have the function and try to find the value of the to find the value of the maximize or minimize subject of the function. So the last one is final project in the form of scientific paper regarding numerical method application in mechanical engineering. So the topics that I chose for this final project is CFD-based optimization of the wave-making characteristics of ship holes, in which I just did the video, and I hope that you guys will watch and like the video as well. So yeah, what is my understanding regarding the numerical method contents? After utilizing data-driven decision-making in the cases given before, I would say that I am self-aware. Why would I say that? Because I know what I'm good at after learning numerical method contents. I know what's important to me and what I'm passionate about. I am constantly exploring what I want to achieve after I learn numerical method contents. So after that, I would still try to empower others like my classmates in form of communicate effectively in diverse environments. Like we all know, the class is so diverse, especially we combine the class to international program as well. We also develop and empower other people, like we have our these foreign students from abroad. We would encourage them to be comfortable in this class. And then we also engage with others to achieve bigger purposes. And then I also am not afraid to ask questions if I do not understand some of the topics. I would ask my friends about it, and I will take their suggestions or like commentaries to make me improve more, and take actions to achieve more and do better. So the last one is solution oriented. I can adapt and show resilience in the face of challenges and transmit positivity to move forward throughout uncertainty. Like in this case, we are studying in the middle of pandemic. So the only way that we get to do this is by virtual learning. So I would say I am very adaptive regarding this case, and then I also would try to take risk when needed. Like if I were to do one of the assignments and I don't feel that this is good enough to submit, I would take some more time to do it, regardless the time I have already left to submit. All right, so that was the numerical method contents. The third one is consciousness in student. So what is consciousness? To my personal opinion, in my opinion, it is about going beyond what I know in order to open up new worlds for me. It is also the act of finding my values, explore my passions, and become more self-aware. So yeah, when we are studying, we would have flaws. We would have our flaws, like overshadowing our journey of studying. But when we would try to find the solutions on ignoring the flaws and be able to take decisions that are tactful and diligent, in that way we would achieve more, and we will be able to develop our self-awareness and understand that living our personal values is really important while we explore our passion. So I am also interested to share about Mr. Dai saying regarding this term of consciousness. So what does Mr. Dai say about it? I would say, and I quote, saya adalah, he would say, and I quote, saya adalah kesadaran saya, I am my consciousness. And then consciousness is created by Allah, therefore Allah is the most fundamental reality. So yeah, this is also one of the quotes that I got from one of our learning process from Mr. Dai. Education must remain in our minds. The most important thing that he intends us to know is I am my consciousness. Like this one. All right. So how does it help my learning so far? Yeah, so by knowing consciousness, I would say that I get to establish a high performance workforce. It is attracting myself with high potential and retaining through proper training. It increases the productivity of my studying by being conscious. And then I would have the proper time management, that we also know that untrained and unskilled workforce lead us to wastage of time and commitment of error, which is so not effective. And then it ensures growth and innovation within myself. And then it is developing skills and competencies in numerical method further implementations, like by knowing some of the information given, I would know what I want to research more about the subject. So the last one is student marking evaluation. So what is the purpose of this evaluation? It is to maintain a skilled and efficient workforce for the academic. So I will divide this evaluation by three components. The first one is marking components. The marking components that is uh, assigned by Mr. Dai are knowledge, skill, and values or attitude. Knowledge is when we understand the concept, principles, and theories. And then skill, which is the analytical skill and other skill related to the subject being studied. And then the last but not least, values or attitude, where there is integrity, where there are integrity, hard work, self-reliance, etc. Right, so let's move on to the internal evaluation. From the knowledge, I would say that I am demonstrating integrity. I've been demonstrating integrity, like in overviews, theories, and equations that was taught before in our class. I understood the overview that was taught before, like the basic teach, the introduction or the basic learning of the context. And then in theory, I would search more about the references that are available on the internet or other references or other sources. So yeah, and then also the equations. I would say that I am capable enough to apply the equations in some cases which were already taught by our learning assistants as well. And then the skill, so for demonstrating integrity, I am consistent and transparent in my decisions and actions. So, when I am curious about something, I would make a commitment to get to know more about the topics and not stopping until I find what I want to implement next after I get the information. And then the second one is skill. Um, I have been striving for excellence. I was continuously improve myself through creativity and innovation. I strive to deliver the highest quality performance in everything that I did in numerical method class, like calculating, programming, in some programming platforms or softwares, and calculating in other platforms as well, like Microsoft Excel and etc. And then also designing. It is very important when we are um, making objects in mechanical engineering. So yeah, I succeeded in implementing those. And then the last one is values or attitude. I have been acting sustainably, and I've been enjoying my participation in numerical method class by being curious, responsive, and also attentive. Like I said before, I am very curious in what my teacher or lecturer share in class or in our CCIT online. Um, and then I am also responsive. It might it was probably not shown as much as we all expected. Like I haven't really that active in the class meeting, but I have been trying with other activities that I already have previously. But I would spare that attitude of being responsive by asking my friends of the summary or the learning materials that we were uh, that we gained before in the class. And then being attentive, like I really appreciate this system of studying numerical method. So I would attend every single class meeting provided by Mr. Dai. So that's it. So what is the proper grade for me? I would say that I am notable to gain the score of A minus, or the interval is 80 up to 85. So why do I deserve on gaining that? So obviously after being after attend my numerical method class, I would say that it has a significant impact for my journey, especially my inner and outer journey. So for my inner journey, numerical method class helped me has helped me set my personal goals, to reflect on my experience, and then understand how to understand my personal values and to reinvent myself. So from what I have gained before, it is important to make it as a lesson for me and to make me more eager to, learn more about the topics, and what I can share to the environment or the society um, regarding the lesson. So after that, I would also gain the outer journey, which is individual responsibilities and goals, and then challenging role and environment, and then interaction with multiples and having support system. So yeah, that's why I am notable to gain the score of A minus, because um, like I said before, in this journey, I have gained a lot from learning numerical method, and I hope to be able to share my surroundings about this lesson. All right, so that was the internal evaluation. And then after that, we have external evaluation. This is the evaluation um, that I share to my classmates. First one is from my naval architecture and marine engineering classmates. These are the scores that I give them. And then the second one is the scores for my mechanical engineering international program classmates. So these are the scores. All right, so that was my explanation about the four topics. But before we finish our presentation, there is also a, a very interesting quote that I would like to share, which is consciousness is only possible through change, and change is only possible through movement, by Aldous Huxley from The Art of Seeing. Right, everybody. So that was it about my final presentation of Muhasabah. I hope everybody is um, I hope everyone is doing great after watching this video. Don't forget to like it as well, and you know, have fun in studying, and good luck for your next contribution after learning numerical method. Thank you, guys. I see you around.